focus Mary. And me and Dr. Watson. I think we'll ask you to sit here.
You have a light back there, don't you? Does that have a phone?
I have plenty of tape.
You may get a reflection now, though, off the window.
Okay.
No.
Well, it depends on.
The rash is on this side.
The rash is on the left side. Okay, so we.
Is your shirt off too? I have a tank top on.
Oh, yeah.
You're not taking on me.
Probably what you're going to have to do in order to really get the kind of resolution you want, you're going to have to roll it up about here.
Are you taping?
Mm-hmm.
Here. There we go. Sorry about that.
Right there.
Let us know when we're. So is that it? Are we ready to roll?
I think we're getting ready to roll. This will be Dr. Watson will be there. Jacobson, okay. If Barbara comes in, you won't make sense to her.
Should I get baby shirt up?
Yes. Okay, let me explain. We're at Scripps Clinic with Dr. Jacobson in the Urology Department. We have Dr. Joseph Watson with us, medical doctor, osteopathic medicine. We have Jess, Maxine Zoster, Jerry Rose. I'm Dr. Jane Dillon, sociologist. We're studying the effects of distance healing treatment in the field of subliminal science and technology. This is Mary Wahlberg. She's complaining of symptoms of Herpes Zoster, Shingles. She's been diagnosed by a medical doctor today as seeing a rash, and also diagnosed. She will be diagnosed by Dr. Watson right now. We have a blood test taken to confirm the diagnosis. Mary's daughter was seen by Philippe Sauvage 2 years ago for a case of shingles. And maybe we can say just very briefly what happened when you took your daughter, 4-year-old daughter, to Philip.
We came into the room and he did a 15-minute session, and she was healed. She had no pain, no itching, and I was very surprised and relieved that she was screaming.
Now, the significance of that for our study is that this was a child. She was 4 years old. She was screaming in pain, and then within a few minutes, the pain was gone. There was no belief in this case. There was no placebo. It was a child. She didn't know anybody was taking care of her. She didn't know she was getting any special treatment. In Mary's case, 2 years later, she's developed the same symptoms. It looks and feels like chickenpox. It looks and feels exactly like what Jessica had. The rash is starting to spread, and the itching is bothering her, and the pain. She's crying this morning in the shower. So we've monitored the pain level and the itching level throughout the day. It's gone from medium, up and down, and it's right around. What would you say now?
Medium.
Medium pain, medium itching.
If you were going to rate it on a 10-point scale, where would your pain be? If 0 is no pain, and 10 is the worst you've ever experienced.
My head is probably right now about a 7, and my itching is probably about a 6. The itching had been about a 9, I would say, earlier this morning when I first woke up and really started itching very, very badly. Noticed the rash.
Are you experiencing head pain?
Yeah, I feel like I was 27 when I had chickenpox, and that's what it felt like the day before I got the rash. I felt like my head had been hit by a freight truck, and today it felt earlier today it felt worse, and then it subsided, and now it's starting to come back to where it's starting to hurt more. It's medium, where it was high around 11:30 this morning.
When Dr. Savage treated her daughter Jessica, the rash had broken into lesions. They were open, and pain was severe. Instead of waiting until that happened, we were going to treat, Philip's going to treat Mary tonight, although Mary has waited through the day until we could all gather. She's agreed to do that. We're going to try to avoid the pain. The significance for our study of subliminal technology is, even though Mary now believes we cannot eliminate the placebo effect with Mary, she's seen this happen. The significance is Philip is going to treat Mary distant. He will not be present. He will be miles away, 20 miles away. So there is it's non-local. It will demonstrate, it's the same results, we get the same results. It will demonstrate the non-local effects of his treatment, whereas the treatment on Jessica demonstrated subliminal effects.
20 miles. This is La Jolla, and Philip is in Vista, most likely.
This is Scripps Clinic in La Jolla, and Philip is in Vista, Escondido area, 20 miles away at this moment. Now, would you like to then look at the rash and give us your assessment?
Well, we have just a macular papular rash that for herpes you would expect more along the dermatome. We've got actually a continuation up here that is probably set up because of the way the arm is rubbing. Again, it's been transferred to an area that would not commonly have it. Was it lower down, you'd probably expect it to go around more. To definitely say it's herpes, but it is a maculopapular rash. It's just described as would be characteristic. The chickenpox itself is usually a little more scattered, where this is one local, and the Zoster comes back in a band, more or less, in this little band form.
Why do you think it's herpes?
Because when my daughter first got the rash, I thought she was having an allergic. Well, I didn't know what it was. I brought her to the doctors, and they said it was an allergic reaction to medicine because it was just starting in the trunk of her stomach right here. Well, within a couple of days, it gradually moved all the way to the back, and Dr. Phillips' wife told me that's shingles, and I said, no, it's not shingles. It's my doctor said it was allergic reaction. Anyways, I took her to the doctor, and he diagnosed her with shingles.
So it looks the same to you?
It looks exactly the same.
Okay. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to page Philip and give him the 3 pieces of information that he needs. He needs the name, the birthplace, and the birth date. Then he will do a treatment, and in 10-15 minutes we will see the results. Would you like to ask Mary some questions? Pretty?
Have you had a headache like in by truck before? The common headache that you deal with is just one at a time.
Just one at a time. Then I had chickenpox. Same headache.
Other rashes? Have you got other rashes that you show?
No, I don't get rashes. I'm not sensitive to detergents, or I don't get rashes.
So how would you say you feel now?
My head seems to be increasingly hurting more, and my rash, as long as I leave it alone, it's about medium itch right now.
What have you been doing all day?
I've been keeping ice on it and it seems to dull the pain a little. What have I been doing?
Have you been itching? Have you been in
yes,
pain?
I've been
what
itching.
Have you been doing?
The pain and the itching has gone. It hasn't been a constant. When my daughter first got shingles, I noticed that with her. As long as I kept her busy, she was okay. And every once in a while, the itching seemed to really bother her, and then a half hour later, it seemed she got busy, and it wasn't so bad. It wasn't until she was diagnosed, and then later that night, when she started, the blistering started happening, that it was No. There was no time where it didn't hurt.
How would you feel if we weren't going to have a reason for this?
Oh, I know I would feel very anxious and
Hello? Yes, I got it.
I would feel
We're at script, and I have the information you need.